Good morning to you too. This is Monty once again from DPL Surveillance Equipment. We're a full-service surveillance and security equipment company. We have lifetime guarantees and warranties on all the products. Thank you. As I mentioned, we're available 24/7, 365. And we have the largest video library, bar none, on the internet or offline as well. No other company is offering the type of wide variety of demonstration videos showing you exactly how the products look, how they work, you name it, the bug detectors, the GPS trackers, the hidden cameras. Excuse the noise, we're going to be doing some multitasking here this morning as we record this particular podcast. Those of you who know me, you know that I do all sorts of different things at the same time, answering phone calls, emails, chat sessions, you name it. I can never just do one thing at a time. I have to do five things at the same time. So anyway, the video library is humongous and it's growing. So take a look at it when you get a chance, and get caught up on the latest state-of-the-art law enforcement grade spy gadgets and products, anti-terrorist products, personal protection products. Watch us demonstrate those products and learn how they work and what they can do. Okay, the articles directory, by the way. We're adding tons and tons of new articles all the time. You get a chance to learn about GPS jammers and blockers. A lot of you are still asking us about cell phone interception. You call me every day asking me, can I intercept my daughter's cell phone calls? I'm not going to answer that here, but I'll just say go over to the articles directory. Take a look at the federal case that's listed there that I was actually involved with, and we talk about the legitimacy of not only cell phone interception but GPS jammers and blockers as well. See a lot of jammer and blocker fans out there. So read about electrical hypersensitivity, read about targeted individuals, read about prevention of electronic harassment. A lot of people are complaining that they're being electronically harassed nowadays. And we want you guys to know what that means, what it's all about, how do you prevent it and minimize it as well. So when you're done with the articles directory, there's anti-terrorist related information and products on our website as well. A lot of you people, you work for the government, you're a buyer for the government departments and agencies or corporate America. Maybe you're a buyer for some major corporation or something, and your job is to purchase and help protect the infrastructure. So that's another thing that you want to take advantage of as far as our anti-terrorist products are concerned. That's our cat, Lazy Bones. He's the company mascot, and he will not let me rest. If I'm doing a podcast, he has to remind me to feed him. He knows it's a good chance that I'm going to feed him immediately if he bugs me while I'm doing a podcast. So there you go. Anyway, the anti-terrorist products include but are not limited to explosive detectors, X-ray baggage scanners, narcotics detectors, and more. So when you get a chance, before I forget, the firmware that we use to keep these software up to date is upgradable, and it is upgraded all the time. So when new forms of drugs, synthetic drugs, etc. come out, we incorporate into our database for our products. The firmware is upgraded, and now you can detect the latest drugs, whether it's the drugs may be the fentanyl or the carfentanil or otherwise known as elephant tranquilizers, where there's some sort of new explosive that's come out onto the market if the terrorists and such are using exotic explosives. Then as soon as that hits the market, we start working on it, and we try to incorporate all of those into our explosive detectors. So again, the narcotic detectors and explosive detectors, that information is programmable in terms of us getting that into our database. So you have the most state-of-the-art technology with the latest updates possible. In addition to that, we've hardened our anti-terrorist products so that the hackers will stay out. Again, you always want to keep the hackers out of your networked anti-terrorist products, whether it's an X-ray baggage scanner that's in an airport, or explosive detector, or a narcotics detector that's networked 2, 3, 5 at a time, or 10 or 15 if they're networked together. And that means there's a wireless connection usually, and that means there's usually the ability to have hackers hack into that network or those networked products. But we've hardened ours from the very outset. In other words, when we make them, we harden them against the hackers and such, so that we keep the hackers out. There's been situations where a number of our competitors, it's been demonstrated where their products have been hacked into, and those units have been compromised. So again, when you make the units, that's typically when you harden them. You don't wait until somebody hacks into them and then harden them after the fact. So that's our advantage. We've built that into our systems, the ability to keep the hackers out. So that's another thing you want to look for when you deal with us. A company that's been, you want a company that's been doing this for 30 years, 40 years, that has equipment all over the planet, Saudi Arabia, Africa, the Middle East, and more specifically in Egypt, universities, and all over the planet, airports all over the planet. These are just a few of the places where we've placed our explosive detectors, the X-ray baggage scanners, narcotics detectors, etc., all over the planet. And if you have any need for bug detectors, GPS trackers, audio bugs, Nanny cameras, body-worn cameras, etc., counter surveillance products, give us a call, 888-344-3742. That's 888-344-3742. Now, the main focal point of this session is all about remote versus cloud-based video storage. That's local versus cloud-based video storage. Now, the reason why that's important is because going forward, a lot of companies are offering not only local storage of your video. In other words, their products have SD cards in them. The cameras that you get, the Nanny cameras, etc., have SD cards built into them. You know, a lot of them. And then an up-and-coming option is to have cloud-based storage. That's the big buzzword. That usually means that someone's going to store your video for you. And when someone stores your video for you, that typically means that they manage it, they protect it, they secure it, and all you got to do is log in, excuse the noise, you log in to that camera with a password and a username, and you pray that video is secure. So what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of local versus cloud-based video storage? For one thing, local video storage usually means that you have an SD card anywhere from 3-4 gigabytes. They usually come in increments of 2, anywhere from 2 to 4 gigabytes, all the way up to 128 gigabytes or more on an SD card. That's how you store your video locally. You go back when you want to retrieve your video. You go back to your camera or cameras, take the SD card out, put it into your computer, play it back. Usually the cameras are triggered by motion, or they're continuously recording, or they record by scheduled time and date, etc. And that's how that's typically how they work. They're activated by motion. Some are activated by sound. Sometimes you schedule your activation in terms of when it's going to come on and when it's going to come off. But anyway, the bottom line is that video is stored on an SD card. Now, let's take a look at cloud-based video storage. Cloud-based video storage usually means that, again, your cameras are going to upload live video directly to the cloud, and you're going to be able to leave home, leave work, leave the country, get access to the cloud or the internet, log into a portal, Portal, a web-based portal, or an app, for instance, put in a password and username, and you get the chance to see your video live, usually, okay? A lot of times you have playback capability and ability to download videos from, locally or something from the cloud or whatever. There's usually a number of features that come with the cloud-based storage that you don't get with the local storage. So that's the good news. Leave home, leave the office, leave the country, log into an app, log into a browser, internet browser or something, log in with a password and username, and watch what's going on live in terms of what's happening in your office or your house or your vacation home, etc., from the internet. The bad news is a lot of companies haven't been building in the necessary security protocols into the cloud-based storage. In other words, hackers can hack into cloud-based systems. Typically, when you only have a username and a password, and by default, it's usually admin and password, and a lot of companies don't tell you to change it, and a lot of people don't change it. But even with that, if you use easy to remember password and usernames, a lot of times they do, phishing scams where they send you an email, ask for a password, ask for a username for this or that and the other, and they try those same passwords and usernames for everything imaginable that you're involved with, including your cloud-based video storage. And that's typically how they compromise those accounts, okay? They just keep trying all of your personal information that you put on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and everywhere else, and they try that for your bank, for your cloud-based video storage and everywhere else. And usually they strike it and they hit it and hit it, get it correct, and then that's when you have a problem in terms of having hackers and such get into your cloud-based video storage. So, but a good thing to have is two-factor authentication, which I haven't seen in very many cloud-based video storage companies offerings. They haven't implemented two-factor authentication. That's something that you need to take a look at. The various notifications and alerts when someone logs into your account, whatever, you want to know who, what, when, where, and all that. So you need to have alerts that come back to your phone, tell you someone's trying to log into your account. And then also law enforcement is another issue. When you store your video with someone else, typically law enforcement can go to that company and say, look, we want to take a look at those videos that people are uploading to the server because we think one of them is a terrorist, one of them is a drug dealer, one of them is a money launderer, one of them is a child pornographer or something, and that usually allows them to get access to all of the information. So again, the bad news is law enforcement can go to a single company where all of that video is going to, whether it's ADT or Ring or whoever it is. I don't think Ring is storing it in the cloud. I can't remember. But whenever you store video in a central place at a specific company, there's nothing that will prevent law enforcement from going to that company and saying, look, those are bad people, or one of them is a bad person. Let's get access to all of it. Okay, they issue a gag order, and before you know it, everyone's content is viewable at that point. So, and then in addition to that, cloud-based storage usually comes with fees. There's usually a monthly fee, quarterly fee, annual fee, or something. So be aware of that as well. So in addition to the security issues that I've talked about, two-factor authentication, weak passwords and usernames, etc., consider that law enforcement typically will think of a reason to monitor, go into those accounts. Even the companies themselves, they may or may not have employees that could access your video, see what you're doing in your home. They'll just say, for quality control purposes, we have to occasionally view customers' uploaded video to make sure that everything's on the up and up, and that could compromise your privacy and your account. So just a few things to be aware of when going forward as far as looking at local video storage and remote or cloud-based video storage, okay? If you have any questions, give us a call, 888-344-3742, 888-344-3742. We're going to link this podcast with an article, and so you'll be able to see even more details about the differences between local and cloud-based video storage, okay? So as we like to say at the end of every session, share this with a friend, relative, enemy. We don't care who you share it with. Just share it with someone. Let's see if we can make the world a safer and more organized place. Okay? Thank you.